Hey listeners, how's it going? It's your host, Matt. I am here now with Simi Valley Chevrolet, and I've got a very special guest with you. His name is Colin. Colin, I appreciate your time, man. Thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you very much.
Just start off telling us a bit about yourself. How long you been here?
So I've been here about a year now.
Okay.
Working for Chevrolet. I've always loved GM, the brand. I've always bought GM.
Yeah.
Owned Camaros and all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right. So this was right up your alley then.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is it that you do here?
So I sell cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a product specialist.
That's exactly what we need on this episode, man. Go. Perfect. I actually want to talk about one of the cars that's been in your lineup for a little while now, but it's actually, I think, being discontinued. You can correct me if I'm wrong. We want to talk about the Chevy Volt. Is it being discontinued?
It is being discontinued. Actually, believe it or not, I drive a Chevy Volt. I own one. But yeah, I couldn't believe it either. I said, what? They're discontinuing it? But this year is actually better than any year that we've had out so far. So the charging, it charges way faster than the other models, the previous models.
What is it charging at now?
So right now, if you're plugging it into 220, you can charge in 2.5 hours.
No way, that's it?
Yeah.
Dude, okay. Before it was like you had to leave it overnight, man, what, 12 hours or so?
It could be up to 13 hours.
13,
yeah.
Okay. So what I've heard, obviously it's in competition with some of the, some of the cars from other dealers like Toyota or even Honda.
Right.
What I've heard all over the place when it comes to reviews is that the Volt is actually still like the plug-in hybrid EV champ.
It is, yeah, it is.
Right.
It's an all-electric vehicle. It really is, and it's got a range-extending electric generating motor on it. So the gasoline engine will kick on to provide electricity for the electric motor.
Okay.
And the glory of that is you still get all the benefits of the carpool lane. You get full access to the carpool lane. You're using a lot less fuel than you would be in a typical hybrid setup. But yeah, and the styling, I really like the styling. I like the way it looks.
It's a good looking car.
It's a good looking car.
It's really a good looking car.
Yeah.
And then, you touched on it already. Of course, gas mileage is always something that people want to save, especially in California. So our freeways get crowded. We all know that.
Right.
So it does definitely help to be able to have access to that carpool lane to get where we want to go. Now, one question I was wondering myself, just because it is one of those cars I'm personally interested in, just because I do have to travel a lot for work and things. But does cold weather kind of affect my charging at all?
If it's extremely cold, it starts getting below freezing, the charging will take slightly longer.
Okay.
The mileage range might be slightly less. It's not a huge difference.
Right.
In Southern California, we don't really have to worry about that.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, it can slightly affect the range and the charging time of the vehicle. Although in a gasoline engine, your fuel mileage and all that is also affected by freezing temperatures. So it's kind of a little bit of a trade-off. But
okay. A lot of times, I jump on forums before I, come in here and try to talk to you guys. I just kind of want to know what I'm talking about. On some of the forums, there's been a lot of questions about safety. Now, I don't know if this is just because it's an electric vehicle, because I don't know if people think it's just not quite the same size as other sedans out there. Is there a bunch of safety features that you don't get, or is it about the same?
Actually, these are really safe vehicles.
Okay.
If you look at the history of accidents in the United States, so far, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you guys will do your own research, but since 2011, when we first brought this out, there's only been one accident in the United States that's resulted in death.
Really?
That's it. Yeah, it's a very safe car. Structurally, it's very sound.
Okay.
The rigidity of the car, we use all of our safety features as far as advanced airbags, steel reinforced frames. So you've got, and it also can come with the blind spot detection, lane departure.
Yeah.
So as far as safety features, you have all the passive safety features are standard, and you can get all the active safety features that you get on all of the other vehicles.
Tell me a little bit more about that autonomous braking. That means if I get too close to another vehicle, it'll just stop on its own? Or?
Yeah. So if you're approaching a vehicle and it senses that an impact is imminent, it can apply the brakes for you with that package, with that safety package on it.
Okay.
And it's not guaranteed to stop your collision. Obviously, sometimes it's unavoidable, but it is guaranteed to mitigate the collision. So
awesome.
It will apply braking and lessen the impact.
Okay, well, I hate to sound like a horrible driver myself, but that sounds like something that I definitely would love to have on my vehicle.
Yeah, like you said, on the 405, and in these freeways out here, people are real close to each other. They slam on the brakes right away. It's nice to have that sense of security.
Listeners out there, if you're on the 405 with me, it's not me. It's the people around me that make me stop that way. I'm sorry.
It's true. That's the truth.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be the last year then of the Chevy Volt. Oh, so are we expecting is there any type of, I don't know, specials that we'll have in the future? Maybe in this year coming up for the Volt?
Yeah, incentives coming up. They've already we already have some incentives out right now.
Nice.
And the Volt has always been pretty aggressively priced to keep it in the market. When you sit in the vehicle, you feel like you're in a luxury vehicle. It feels plush, leather wrapped steering wheel, leather pointed trim. The sound is very very muffled in there. It sounds plush. It feels like you're sitting in a BMW or a Mercedes. It really does.
Jeez, all right.
Compared to some of the other electrics on the market, you're going to feel like they're a little bit plasticky. Of course, they're trying to be weight conscious when they're building these things.
Yeah, right.
So you get a lot of plastics and a lot of little materials, but GM hasn't done that. With this car, you feel like you're in a luxury car.